Brighton 960429.
You are kidding.
I was in the neighbourhood. So, we're going for the bear hug or the manly handshake? Oh, sort of halfway between the two.
Oh, look at you. You look like Sir Edmund Hillary.
I shall take that as a compliment. Where's Maddie?
Yoga.
You kid?
Ella's asleep.
Let's wake her up. Kitty?
Come in.
Nice and cosy. How big's your mortgage?
Big enough. You still writing?
I sure am.
So, it's delightful to see you, Vincent.
Why, thank you.
But what the hell are you doing here?
Not very nice.
Well, I only asked because I haven't seen hiding or hair of you in years.
Rubbish.
Trust me. Look, sit down, would you? You're making me really jumpy. So?
OK, you know that Roman road you're always banging on about?
What, Stain Street?
I don't know, the one that goes from Chichester.
Yeah, Stain Street.
Have you walked it yet?
No. Why?
We are going to walk it.
Why?
You mean why? You've been banging on about walking it for ages.
Yeah, well, I know why I want to walk it, but I'm wondering why you suddenly want to accompany me. Considering you normally have trouble getting your feet to walk as far as the bar.
It's not true. All right, I met some guy at a party. He's the deputy editor for the travel section of one of the Sunday papers, and they're commissioning a series on eccentric British journeys or something like that. So I thought we could march along this Roman road and then I'd just knock out a couple of thousand words on all the colourful characters we meet along the way. So you get to satisfy your somewhat anal obsession with Roman roads, and I become a best-selling travel writer. What do you think?
Such a squalid wee room. We thought we'd just cover it in maps.
Yeah. Very bohemian.
It's great. When the damp shows through, we just slap on another one. Like the answer machine get that.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Brighton 960429, the home of Matt, Maddie, and baby Ella Bankford. We're not in, but if you leave us a sufficiently entertaining message, we may consider calling you back. Thank you.
So this is your little hidey hole.
It's the only room in the house where Ella can't get her grubby wee mitts on me. Maddie thinks it's unhygienic to have books in what is basically just a crap house.
Well, that depends on the quality of the literature. Yeah, this looks like crap house reading to me. So, this Roman road.
Well, this will probably give you the best idea. The A285 still follows some of it. You can see where the modern road veers off and the Roman road just goes straight on.
So why do you get such an erection for this road in particular?
Not really very sure. Maybe just the fact that it's still there, 2,000 years after it was built. You know, this great bank of earth chugging its way through the woods and the fields. The Roman equivalent of the M3.
How long do you reckon?
60 miles?
No, I mean, how long do you think it'd take to walk it?
2 or 3 days, depending on how hard you want to push yourself. When were you proposing doing it?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Oh, no way.
Why not?
What? I'm sorry, Vince, I can't.
Why not?
Because I've got a kid.
I'm aware of that.
You know, well, I can't just leave Maddie to look after her on her own.
Why not?
Because that wouldn't be bloody fair.
So if Maddie was all right about it, you'd do it?
Look, Vince, you know, I haven't seen you in years. Then suddenly you're standing on my doorstep with one of your half-baked ideas, expecting me to drop everything.
Matt, seriously, I really need you to do this for me. I'm in a real mess.
Oh, what sort of mess?
Can't really say. Just need to get away, really. I do.
Are you in trouble? Well, look, I'll see what I can do. I mean, Vince, you couldn't have given me a little bit of warning.
Didn't really know myself till this afternoon.
That's Maddie. Listen, don't mention the walk, OK?
Right.
Let me talk to her first, OK? Hey, baby.
Hello. Whose bike is this?
Hello, Madeline.
Oh, my God, you must be kidding.
That's what I said.
What are you doing with my husband in the privy?
He lured me in here. He said he wanted to show me some old maps. Now he won't let me out.
Who's been smoking my marijuana?
Our marijuana, darling.
So, how have you been, you old rogue?
I'm fine. How's your yoga? You all nice and bendy?
Tuesday's yoga, tonight was self-defence. Which I have to keep up just to get my old man to wash my smalls, don't I, darling?
Washing ladies' smalls. That's a chore I could happily do all day.
Trust me, the glamour fades.
So where have you been? I thought you'd wound up in some Thai jail or be lying in a shallow grave somewhere.
Pretty close. Been writing novels no one can bring themselves to publish, films no one can bring themselves to shoot. You'd think a man can only be ahead of his time for so long before the rest of the world caught up with him.
You'd think.
Anyway, as you're here, I've got a little favour to ask of you.
What?
How do you feel about letting the hubby off the leash for a couple of days to spend a bit of quality time with his old chum?
When?
See, that's what I like about women. No fannying about, cut straight to the chase. Tomorrow.
Oh. So you think you've earned a little holiday, do you?
What are you talking about? It's a teacher. His whole life's one big holiday.
OK, we're going to be turning left in about half a mile.
Are you sure you're all right back there?
Oh, yeah. A couple of peas in a pod.
Maddie, you're getting really close to the edge on this side.
Stop it, you're just not used to being in the passenger seat. You're all disorientated.
Moly. You got anything to clean your daughter's nose with?
Down there. Just...
A little bit snotty. Are these for noses? Come on.
So you're going to drop us at the marina, yeah?
That's right.
I mean, you could just drop us round on the left, and that, in a way, that would actually be easier.
Easier for you, maybe. But put it this way, Ella and I are going to the marina, and you're welcome to jump out whenever you feel like it.
You're going to the marina, aren't you? You little algae nose. That's something for Daddy to find next time he cleans the car.
Seriously, Maddie, you're getting really close to the edge. You're either going to scratch the paintwork to bugger it, or we're all going to end up
like
in the
a bloody
ditch.
old woman. Yeah, and hold her properly, else she'll just wee all over herself.
Yeah, I have done this before, Maddie.
No, don't worry, don't worry. I'll do it. It's fine. It's fine.
money, but it's new money. Builders, accountants, self-made scum.
Hey, that rather suits you, you know.
You think so?
Yes.
I thought you were anti-babies.
What, you mean like King Herod?
You are, darling.
That's a good girl.
So we'll see you at Vince's on Sunday morning.
Uh-huh.
You've got the address.
I have.
See you, babe.
Right, now you know the rules. No fighting, no hard drugs, no whoring.
Wow.
What?
Those are my New Year's resolutions. OK. Which way?
This way.
Bye.
Take care.
So how are those boots?
Yeah, fine, thanks. I mean, these boots of mine would have done.
Vince, are desert boots. You can't do a 60-mile walk in desert boots. Might as well wear a pair of carpet slippers.
Sounds very pleasant. Do you mind if I ask you something?
Never stopped you before.
Are you and Maddie all right?
Why'd you ask?
You seem a little frosty with each other.
We're always a little frosty with each other.
All right, then, a little frostier.
I don't know. We've been going through a bit of a rough patch lately.
Why?
All sorts of things. The work's doing my head in. Maddie's about to start back at work herself. If you're not careful, your whole relationship can become a bit functional. The alarm goes off in the morning, you wake up more knackered than you were when you went to bed, you know, that kind of thing.
You ever messed about in boats?
I'm not really yacht club material.
You could always build yourself a coracle. Very arts and crafts. You know, the one reason I consider a life on the ocean waves? Burial at sea. You got your shroud, your few plain words, and then you're a corpse torpedo. And there's something reassuringly spooky about the whole business. See, I think death should be spooky. You know what I mean? It's better than taking some dead guy and just planting it.
Or setting fire to him.
Exactly. See? Only been going 10 minutes. Already we're back in stride. Knew this walk would do you good.
Actually, we're here.
Where?
Start of Stain Street, this is it.
What, here?
Well, here or hereabouts.
What, you mean we haven't officially started the walk yet?
Officially, no. What are you looking for? Romans?
Romans or some sign of their ever having been here?
Oh, they were here, all right. Feels like we should mark the occasion. Have you got any change?
What was that?
An offering for the gods.
What, you didn't think to offer up £2 of your own money?
Gave all my change to Maddie.
So when did we last get together? Seriously?
I can't remember. We were supposed to meet up 18 months ago at Steve Evans' wedding.
Steve Evans got married.
I rang you up and told you. You said you'd be there.
Did I?
They'd a place set for you at the reception and everything.
Must have been busy.
The worst thing was that all night people kept asking where you were, if you were going to show up.
Really? What sort of people?
Greg, Hamish, all that mob.
Bunch of losers. I always had Steve Evans down as a closet gay.
You have all men down as closet gays.
No, not all men. Men like Steve Evans. And you.
You're just projecting all your sexual insecurity onto others.
Yeah, you could be right. Tried it once when I was about 15.
What?
Homosexuality.
Really? Never mentioned that before.
Yeah. Me and Bernard Clayton. In my parents' bedroom on Bank Holiday Monday. Just lay there on top of the eiderdown with our hands on each other's cocks. After a while, it seemed a bit stupid, so I went downstairs, made some toast, watched the racing.
So what's this article you're writing actually going to consist of?
Ah. I have no idea. See, I've developed this theory. You mark out a route, quite arbitrarily, then you just walk along it. Whatever happens on that journey, whatever thoughts occur along the way, form the foundations for that particular piece. There's no prejudice, no preconceptions. All that's required is the absolute conviction that along the way, the story will quite naturally emerge.
Sounds very organic.
Haven't you ever wanted to just stop thinking? Just let yourself be.
Eh?
No idea what I'm talking about.
So much is it paying you to write this thing?
Who?
Look from the newspaper.
Oh, we haven't discussed that yet. Couldn't live here.
I couldn't afford to.
It's like living in a bloody museum. So you step out of line in a place like this, you'd wake up in the night with a raging, angry mob outside your window with flaming torches. Look at them. One small indiscretion, I'll string you up to the nearest lamppost. Oh! Forgot to tell you I bumped into a couple of months ago.
Who?
Jenny.
Really? Where?
Ah, now he's interested. It's at some restaurant down Fulham Broadway with a couple of mates.
Did you talk to her?
Yeah, of course I did. She sent her regards.
Yeah, I bet she doesn't.
Well, she certainly asked after you. Yeah, she was looking very hurt. Said she'd moved out of town to be near her family. Is her mum ill or something?
Mm-hmm.
Well, exchanged phone numbers and everything.
Vince, please tell me you didn't sleep with her.
Of course not. It's not my type.
Type? You don't have a type. You'll take anybody that'll have you, like the rest of us.
Balls. Anyway, you can't expect her to take a vow of chastity just because you lost interest in her. Who dumped who, by the way?
I don't know. She wanted the big white dress and the babies.
She should have stuck around for a couple of months.
Anyway, how did she look?
Like I said, pert. And very perky.
She seeing anyone?
And believe it or not, she didn't say. But trust me, anyone looking that pert and perky isn't going to gather dust.
Vince, please tell me you didn't sleep with her.
I told you, she's not my type. I prefer a woman with a bit more oomph. A bit more hubba-hubba. Like your wife, for example. Right. This place we're staying tonight. Matthew?
The bothy?
Yeah, does it have like a bar or anything?
No, it's just like a bothy out in the sticks.
Oh, great. So what are we supposed to do for dinner?
Well, there's a pub a few miles down the track. I thought we could see if they do food.
This is ridiculous. Anyway, we don't have bothies in the south of England. We have barns or hostels.
Well, I'll tell you what. The next time you organise a walking holiday, you book the accommodation, but try and do it more than 12 hours in advance. Oh, and maybe mention it to the person you plan to drag along with you. Or would that prejudice the trip with too many preconceptions? Look at that. Straight as an arrow.
No, it isn't. It turns off in about half a mile.
It doesn't turn. That's just a modern road following the line of the ditch along one side and then skipping over onto the other. The Roman road is actually dead straight, as indeed it is on the map.
It's like you're in your own impenetrable world. And you know, I'm not certain that the Romans were the first people to work out that the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line.
It's not just the straight line, it's the scale of the thing. This road goes all the way to London.
Which suddenly feels like a long, long way away.
But she looked well. Yeah?
Huh?
Jen, she seemed quite happy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she looked very well. You should give her a ring. I've got her number in my mobile.
Yeah, that's a great idea, Vince. Nah, Maddie would kill me.
She'd never know.
She'd know all right. She'd pick up the microwaves at 50 miles away.
What are the chances of my getting to carry the map at some point?
Nil,
Why's that?
because you'll lose it. Like you lost that jumper I lent you.
What jumper?
So you've completely wiped it from your memory already.
You're getting me mixed up with somebody else.
I lent it to you that night. You puked up all over yourself at Shelley's. The green V-neck mohair. Very expensive, actually.
It's a dangerously materialistic thing to say for a so-called Marxist.
Never said I was Marxist. And even if I did, things change.
I wish. Bet you're a terrible fascist with a TV remote as well.
Actually, Maddie says she's going to get her mum to knit me a holster for it so that I can carry it around the house.
What, for your belt?
Oh, no, and a sort of diagonal strap. You know, like the ones the TV cops carry their guns in.
Oh, brilliant.
Once I thought it sounded pretty cool.
It's cool. ITV. Yeah. Being out in the country fills me with the inexplicable urge to masturbate. Makes me want to wank like a chimpanzee. Don't you think it's odd that something as fulfilling as masturbation should be so rarely discussed in public? I mean, what is there to be ashamed of? Bet the Romans talked about it. They probably had a special room with underfloor heating. They could go for a chat and a wank. The wankatorium. They should make masturbation an Olympic sport. That'd restore a bit of pride to it. To score it like they do gymnastics. For presentation and flair, not just speed.
I think you'd still be a contender, even at your age.
Yeah, I think I'll be up there in the medals.
We're here!
Are we?
Definitely. The road would have come out about 15 foot on either side. This is amazing. We're basically walking in the footsteps of some Roman legionary. You can put that in your little book if you like. Gratis.
How kind.
It always irritates me how we talk about the Roman occupation as if they arrived on the Friday and left on the Monday. 400 years they were here. 400 years, where most of Britain, well, England, was basically just the western outpost of the Roman Empire. And that means if they were leaving today, they'd have been here since the early 1600s. That's before the Great Fire of London. The English are incapable of accepting the fact that their country's been invaded. It's like there's a collective state of denial. You know, when Claudius marched into Colchester, he shipped in a bunch of elephants to make a bit of an impression. The locals must have shat themselves.
Yeah, I should think the elephants were fairly freaked out as well.
So you're working on a novel?
Have you ever known me not to be working on a novel?
Why do you always get so snippy when I ask about your writing?
Just tired. How much further is it?
It's not far. So what's it about then?
Well, I suppose if I could explain what it was about in a matter of minutes, I wouldn't have spent the last 10 years working on it.
You're still working on the same book?
It's all the research. I can't seem to stop myself. There's a couple of ideas for films that keep getting in the way.
I don't mean to pry, but how do you survive financially? I mean, did your parents still bail you out?
That's a bit of a moot point at the moment. But until fairly recently, I was making a tidy sum, doing a little buying and selling.
Yeah? Buying and selling what exactly?
Well, basically, drugs.
You were a drug dealer?
Not the word I would have chosen. What do you and Maddie call that bloke who comes round and supplies you with your bit of dope?
We call him Dave. Dave the drug dealer.
All right, have it your way. Always sounds a tawdry. Drug dealer. Makes it sound like I'm selling folds of smack on a housing estate.
Ah, so you only deal with the more sophisticated end of the market. A gentleman drug dealer.
Exactly.
Ah.
Anyway, the whole enterprise ground to a halt when I woke up one morning to find a young man pointing a gun in my face.
For God's sake, Vince, what?
Now, he did look like the sort of character who sells folds of smack to kids on housing estates.
Why, what happened? What did he do?
Well, basically, he rattled his gun between my teeth for a while and told me if I didn't shut down my little operation, the next time he paid me a visit, I wouldn't be waking up at all. Which, of course, is a terrible cliché. Surprisingly effective. For the life of me, I don't know what I did to upset him. Or whoever it is he works for. Must have trodden on someone's toes along the way. Still, took it as a sign.
What sort of sign?
Sign to do as I was told.
And when was all this going on?
Must be getting on for 2 or 3 weeks ago now. Could at least have given us a bunk or a camp bed.
Hey, you be careful with that. That's a first edition.
I know. Some people have got more money than sense. Big book to be lugging all the way to London.
Thought it seemed rather fitting to take him on the route that he was actually writing about.
You romantic old fool.
Just don't lose my page.
It's going on about the nutters used to hang about on the road. The wreckage of society. The escaped slaves. The brigands of heath and woodland.
The ruined men. That could be the two of us, Matthew. A couple of brigands, living off our wits in the wilderness.
It's funny. I heard you described in similar terms not that long ago.
What, as a brigand?
No. Ruined. Maddie had a drink with Janice Ledger. Said she'd bumped into you at some do. She said you had a face like a ruined cherub.
A ruined cherub? Janice Ledger described me as a ruined cherub. As I recall, Janice Ledger's got an arse like a couple of basketballs. She's got nothing to crow about. And anyway, why should I give a donkey's dick about anything that lard-arsed Ledger's got to say?
I don't know, I heard she's doing rather well. She's got her own PR company.
PR? Well, she won't be doing any PR for me. OK, darling, you can put the light out now.
Piss off.
You're a tyrant. God knows what dreadful trauma you've already inflicted on that daughter of yours. I'm going to leave the torch over here. OK? So please don't move it. Just know I'm going to wake up in the middle of the night, not know where the hell I am. You promise not to move it?
Promise.
OK. Night, Matt.
Good night. Oh, Vincent.
What?
Don't think you're going to put your hand in my cock like you did with Bernard Clayton.
Don't flatter yourself.
I'm not as achy as I might have expected. You achy?
No, I'm not too bad.
You still run?
I mean, I may go up in the downs on a Sunday morning, but my left knee keeps going on me. Actually, I must remember to do some stretches.
Yeah, started doing a bit of running myself, actually. What?
Nothing. No, I think that's really admirable, I do. Where do you run?
No, a mate of mine's the director of this gym in Covent Garden, so I pop down there and install myself on a running machine behind some pert little lycra bottom. Imagine I'm chasing it around the bedroom. Keeps me going. No, you wouldn't think it to look at me, but beneath these threads, I'm as lean as a whippet.
You run on a running machine?
You don't have to cover yourself from head to toe in cow shit to keep in shape, you know. God. I forgot how incredibly patronising you can be. Look at him. Mr. Smugly Smug.
All right. I'll tell you what, Mr. Homo Whippet Man. I'll race you to that stile up there. Last one there's a lager drinker.
Don't be so bloody childish. If I'd had a lightweight job like yours, I'd have trounced you.
Yeah.
God, I love the smell of my own sweat. Go on, get your lungs round that.
No, you're all right, thanks.
God, no wonder the women can't keep their paws off me. It's animal magnetism, they're powerless. God, if we could bottle that, we'd be rich. Hey? Oh. Hey, we'd be rich, I tell you. Oh, God.
God, I should have brought my binoculars. Look at that.
Hey? Hang on. Eh?
Oh. Now, that is a beauty.
Eh?
Where'd you get that?
It's my dad's. He said he got it when he was a young hiker. I thought he bought it to spy on all the local ladies when they were adjusting their suspenders. I can't see a bloody thing.
Should be able to see the spire of Chichester Cathedral from here.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, you're taking the piss. I can see it myself.
Oh, I've got it. Oh, I can see the sea. What's that bit of land beyond it?
I don't know, Purbeck. Or the Isle of Wight. France, I don't know. Come on, give me a shot.
Whoa there, Neddy. Don't like snatching, do we? Give me the map. Come on, you let me hold the map for the rest of the morning. I'll let you get your hot little hands on my telescope. Easy, easy. Does it?
It makes you feel like Lord Nelson, doesn't it?
Nah. Not enough gravitas. So how many miles have we got to do today?
About 20.
Hell's teeth. Come on. Come on. You know, the Celts used to be very big on woodland gods.
Yeah, the Celts had a god for just about everything.
Yeah, you can understand why they'd have a god for a place like this, can't you? I mean, this is a temple.
Surprisingly spiritual of you.
Oh, well, I'm a surprisingly spiritual guy. You take any rational man and scare the bejesus out of them, they'll turn spiritual pretty damn quick.
What are you doing to the roots of that poor dead tree?
It's just hoping something Roman might fall out. A little brooch or something, some physical proof.
You just walked for 10 miles on a Roman road. How much proof do you need?
Can you eat moss?
Quite possibly.
Yeah, but I mean, will it sustain you?
I don't know. Maybe. But I'd imagine it turn your poo pretty green.
Hey, at some point during this trip, we have definitely got to take a crap in the woods. Come on, what do you say? You with me? Like a proper mountain man. Yes, at some point during this little trip, we have definitely got to do a little poo in the woods. Well, I don't think it's ever going to catch on as a spectator sport. It's almost as boring as snooker.
I'm going to ask her if I can have a shot.
Horsham.
What?
Any luck?
Jasper! He must be off chasing rabbits.
Mind if I have a shot?
Oh, of course.
Just going to make a quick phone call.
Put your arm through there. Right. And you're going to swing it in an arc. All right.
Hello?
Yes, don't swing it
Yeah, hi, it's
too much
Vincent.
parallel to the ground. That's better. You're after a high-pitched squealing sound, and when you hear that, stop and we'll have a little dig.
So you ever found anything Roman round here?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, there was definitely a bathhouse or some sort of structure in this field. No question.
Really?
Absolutely. And all these bits and pieces, most of them will have come up from that. That's it. That's Roman. A bit of tegular. You can tell from the way it's been fired.
Tegular. Can I keep?
I can't see why not.
Thank you.
Here he is. Jasper! Good dog.
Chasing rabbits? Don't think so.
He's on a diet.
It doesn't seem to be working, does it, Jasper?
Oh, wait, got something.
That's Jasper, I'm afraid. He had his hip replaced last summer.
So you ever had a little fling? You know, just keep your hand in? I'd understand, of course, if you didn't want to say.
Listen, if I'd slept with another woman, I'd be only too happy to tell you. Actually, maybe I wouldn't. You just have to take my word for it when I say that in the extramarital department, both my record and my conscience are clear.
That sounds suspiciously like a statement prepared by your lawyer. You still go out on the piss?
No, not half as much as I'd like to.
What do you do on a Saturday night?
Well, you know, it varies. We, actually, doesn't vary. We just put Ella to bed and get a couple of friends round for a bottle of wine.
God, save me from ever having a couple of friends around for a nice bottle of Chardonnay.
I didn't say anything about Chardonnay.
You didn't have to. I know what you people drink.
So are you out in the town every night then, yeah?
I do my bit. I attend the occasional function. To be honest, half my old mates are cutting back on the booze or staying in and desperately trying to procreate. People seem to have lost the ability to enjoy themselves. What's the matter with everyone? We need to trade them in for some more exciting, outgoing people. I hate my friends. Come on, let's have a Swifty.
No, we don't have time.
Come on, just the one, just to wet your whistle.
Look, if we don't get past Billingshurst tonight, we'll never finish this walk tomorrow.
Don't worry about it. Just have the one, then we'll get back on the road. Fussing with your mobile.
Said I'd ring Maddie and let her know how we were getting on. I can't quite face it.
Put it away. It's getting on my nerves. Hi, Jenny.
He didn't tell you?
I wanted it to be a surprise.
Well, you seem to have succeeded. Right, listen, I'm going to get a drink, and if you're not here when I get back, I shall understand.
What were you
thinking?
Oh, calm down. She lives just up the road in Horsham. Only occurred to me when I was looking at the map.
But why would you ring her up?
I must have had a little rush of blood to the head. Anyway, you were talking about ringing her yourself yesterday.
No, I wasn't. You were.
You couldn't stop mooning over her. Thought it might cheer you up.
Vince, of all your possible motives, I'm absolutely certain that cheering me up was not among them. My embarrassment, your self-indulgence, I could put some stock in, but cheering me up? No, I don't think so.
I thought you might appreciate it, you great frump. Lighten up. We're on our holidays. Look, if you've got nothing to say to her, we'll be done in 20 minutes and then we can all be on our way.
So how have you been?
Not bad, thanks. Vince tells me you're doing a walk. I'm assuming it's one of your Roman roads.
Yeah, that's right.
You took us camping on Hadrian's Wall one year.
Of course. That's right, I'd completely forgotten.
Matt's most endearing quality has always been his consistency.
So you moved out of London then, yeah?
My mum's been pretty ill. She was finding it hard to cope. So.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I was always really fond of your mum. She was really mum-like.
Thanks. But she's a lot better now, so I'm sure she'll be fine. Are you still in Brighton? And Vince said you got a little girl.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about having children?
You never heard?
Heard what?
Seriously?
What?
Well, that just after you left, I found that I was pregnant. I thought about getting rid of it. I even went to a clinic. I was sitting in the waiting room and I just thought, no, I'm going to have this child. And so, that October, I had little Otis. The weirdest thing is that now that he's nearly 6, he seems to be developing, well, this sort of, obsession with Roman roads. If you could see your face. Oops.
Huh? She was just teasing, Matt. She wasn't being malicious.
Why are you always bloody interfering?
Sorry. Honestly thought you might like to see her. Who is it?
It's nothing.
I wasn't trying to hurt you, Matt. I wouldn't do that.
No, it's not your fault. Forget it.
Go back out.
Yeah. See you out there. This should be a right of way. Should be right here. Should cut all the way up to those woods.
slow down, will you? Matt.
We can't be lost. We're in the middle of bloody Surrey. I can hear the motorway. Ah!
We lost a baby last November. That's why I freaked out back at the pub. Maddie miscarried 22 weeks in.
I had no idea.
Everything had gone so well with Ella, just sort of assumed that everything would be okay second time round. Can't seem to get over it. Well, I can't.
Lots of women have miscarriages.
That's what Maddie keeps telling me. That's what everyone keeps telling me. Like I'm not allowed to grieve. But the trouble is I am grieving. You know? Lost my baby. Sorry.
What sort of people carry around cotton hankies these days?
Civilised people.
Is he still there?
No, I think he's gone.
You see, that's what gets me about this stupid country. You can't walk for a mile without feeling like you're trespassing. 200 years ago, this would all have been common land before the gentry enclosed it all and divvied it up amongst themselves.
Have you done?
Yeah.
Sorry, we took a bit of a wrong turn.
No, we didn't. Some stupid idiot blocked the right of way. We've been walking around in circles for the last hour and a half.
It's private property.
It's a right of way.
I tell you what, you set foot in one of my fields again and I'll introduce you to these two. You can discuss it with them.
Hey, wanker! You want to come back and burn your bloody house down? And burn your bloody dogs down, too!
Hey, it's just some farmer who doesn't want strangers traipsing across his fields.
No, it's not. The land, who owns it and whether we have access to it is the absolute bedrock of the whole four-lock, tugging, semi-feudal society that we live in.
Now, you see? This is the Matt I remember.
Not funny.
Come on, Braveheart.
Evening.
Good evening. 2 pints of your strongest bitter, please.
You wouldn't happen to have a room for the night, would you?
Yep, we've got a twin bed en suite.
Thank God.
And are you still doing food?
Till 8:30.
That is the best thing I've heard all day.
Come to Dada.
Cheers.
Don't hang about. We've got 20 minutes while they stop serving food, and less than 3 hours while they quit pulling pints.
It didn't cross your mind to wait till I get out of the bath?
Frankly, no. You think yourself lucky. Used to take a dump when my last girlfriend was in the bath.
A habit I'm sure she found absolutely charming. You're not even going to have a wash.
The squaddy wash. Look sharp. Got some drinking to do.
Oh, Smelly, will you have a short? Come on, have a whiskey. We're on our holidays.
I'll have a rum.
A rum? What kind of drink's that? It's not a man's drink, it's a girly drink. Rum's for sailors, not for men of the earth. What malt whiskies do you have?
They're all up there.
Oh, I'll have a Glengarriach and I'll have a Glen Hoddle for my girlfriend. Cheer up, I'm only joking. 2 large Glengarriachs, please. Thank you. How much is that?
13.
£13. Cheers, you bambino. There you go.
No ice.
Ice? In a malt? You can't have ice in a malt. You want water to bring out the flavour.
I don't want water, I want ice.
Well, if it isn't my old mates, the right to roam.
Farmer Giles!
Yeah, Jerry, these are the 2 idiots I was telling you about.
And his shirt of many checks.
These are the 2 who are tramping all over my fields.
It's a right of way.
You sound like you're a long way from home, son.
As a matter of fact, no. I spent a great deal of time as a boy on our estate near Achtermachte. I must have picked up some of the local cadence.
Well, you should feel free to hike off back up there.
I can't. I got an English girl pregnant. And I'm now roaming the countryside sowing my Scottish seed. Lock up your daughters. And when I'm not getting English girls up the duff, I'm a teacher of English infants and filling their soft little heads with republicanism! Arise, ye workers, from your slumbers. Everybody, arise, ye prisoners of want, for reason and revolt now thunders, and end the age of cant. Away with all your superstitions, servile masses, arise, arise. We'll change henceforth the old traditions and spurn the dust to win the prize. Hey. Ow! Ow!
My ruck's
rucksack? Where's my rucksack?
Yeah, you know what gets me about farmers? All that custodians of the countryside nonsense. Hey, when you're not ripping up our hedgerows, you're building your crappy bungalows, you sheepshaggers. Custodians of the countryside, my arse!
You've got 5 minutes! We sent the dogs on you!
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Oh, shut up!
We had a bed for the night, for God's sake. Arise, ye workers. Oh, talk about cant.
Listen, as soon as he set eyes on us, we'd had it. I think I've broken my wrist.
Do you really think they were serious about those dogs?
Don't be ridiculous.
You'd be surprised. I bet they're revving up their pickups right now. Going to come lamping for us. It's going to be like Deliverance all over again.
I don't feel very well.
The hell are we going to sleep?
Well, it's some woods about half a mile north. We just have to sneak in there.
Woods? We're going to sleep in the woods?
Well, unless you can come up with a better idea. I thought you wanted to live off your wits out in the wilderness.
I was speaking metaphorically.
You awake?
Are you kidding? I'm still trying to get to sleep.
See, this is the trouble with binge drinking. One night on the piss, your body doesn't know whether it's coming or going. Whereas, if, like me, you keep your intake high but steady, your body becomes accustomed. How's your bushcraft?
Not good.
Why? Because either we're going to have to catch our breakfast, skin it and cook it, which will involve rubbing a couple of sticks together, or we're going to have to buy it. The only place we can buy it is Dorking, which is about 4 miles that way. No, you're all right. He says there's somewhere to sit up here.
Can't decide if I feel better or worse than I did a few hours ago.
You don't look any better. How's your wrist?
Can't tell. I think it's still anaesthetised.
Thanks.
Good morning.
Morning. Where are you lot off to?
Canterbury, the old Pilgrim's Way. From Winchester.
Quite a walk.
Yes. We should be there by Friday. Bit of luck.
So do you take it in turns?
Half an hour tends to be the limit.
So you're a sort of crucifixion relay team.
I suppose that's one way of looking at it. Where are you two off to?
We're following the Roman road up to London, which doesn't seem like quite the feat it did 5 minutes ago.
Are you all right? If you don't mind me saying, you look a bit peaky.
He drank a bit too deeply of the old firewater last night. Had a bit of a run-in with the locals.
Oh, well. Probably just dehydrated.
We should be going.
Good luck.
Godspeed.
Godspeed. Give me a break.
I don't know. I thought it was quite a nice thing to say, actually.
Well, I bet Jesus didn't have 2 little wheels on the bottom of his cross.
You're dead, Vincent! You're a dead man! Vincent! It's your brother!
I know it is!
Stop! What the hell is going on? Vince? What have you been up to?
A couple of weeks ago, we had a bit of a calamity in the family.
What sort of calamity?
My dad. He died.
Oh. Why didn't you say?
Just wanted to keep it to myself for a while. Sorry.
So why had he been ill?
Dicky Ticker. He had this thing a couple of years ago.
So why is Paul chasing us?
I brought him with me.
No!
So where did you steal the ashes from?
My mum.
Your mum?
She had them in her bedroom. It struck me as rather morbid.
What, more morbid than putting them in a rucksack and taking them on holiday?
Oh, perhaps not.
You do realise that Paul's not just going to give up and let you keep them? He's even more deranged than you are.
Yeah, I'm working on that.
So what are you planning to do with the ashes when we get back to London?
Yeah, I'm working on that as well. I can't decide whether I'm honouring the old buzzard or punishing him.
Probably the latter. Got a plastic bag in there.
Yeah, I think so.
You stay out of this! It's got nothing to do with you! Come here.
Bloody lug! I'm bleeding!
Look, we're going to be finished this walk by the end of tonight. Could you not just keep the ashes till tomorrow?
Have you any idea how upset our mother is about this? Do you not think she's been through enough without you breaking in and stealing her dead husband's ashes? She's an old woman, Vince. She's on medication. And believe it or not, I've got better things to do than go chasing you around the bloody country.
Let me get this straight. Are you outraged on her behalf or your own?
You know, it wouldn't be so bad if you hadn't spent your whole time making the old man's life such a bloody misery. You were a royal thorn in his side, you know that? A daily disappointment to him.
A disappointment? Is that supposed to upset me? Man spent his entire life in the army being told what to do by somebody else. A success in his terms, a decent pension or a house with a conservatory. He was a vain, ignorant man, and what he lacked in intelligence, he made up for with belligerence. You can have him.
I'll tell you what. Write a book about it.
You wouldn't know a decent book if it hit you on the head, you Philistine! How do I look? Sort of manly?
Not especially.
Oh, it certainly hurts. No, you're right.
Does he make a habit of punching you in the face?
Not so much lately. Used to when we were kids.
Come on, let's go before he notices.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about it. He'll be too busy reliving his little moment of glory to check what's in it.
I can't help but feel that this implicates me in this whole grisly business.
You better believe it. When I swing for this, you're swinging right there next to me. We are the Burke and Hare of modern times.
He actually weighs a good bit more than you would expect.
Well, they say a man's ashes weigh about the same as a newborn baby. Which I suppose is meant to make us feel as though there's some sort of reassuring cosmic symmetry at work. Do you want to have a look?
Yeah, go on then.
It's not much to show for a life, is it?
Well, I'm sure he left more than that behind.
A lot of pain and misery.
Really? He wasn't that bad, was he?
He had his moments. Didn't really stand up to him until I was in my teens.
After that, we never agreed on anything. It's just like this brick wall I was forever pushing up against. Then one morning you wake up and your brick wall's gone. Find yourself floundering. To be honest, it's been a rather disorientating couple of weeks.
How was the funeral, if you don't mind me asking?
Sanitised. Very sanitised. The odd flash of hanky, occasional snivel. I tell you, when I go, I want lots of weeping and wailing, renting of clothes. I want a big pyre and lots of drinking and debauchery. I want to be a human barbecue.
Thought you wanted to be buried at sea.
Changed my mind.
Fair enough.
And I want all of my old girlfriends to spontaneously hurl themselves onto the fire with me. Is that too much to ask?
Wouldn't have thought so. We'll make quite a bonfire.
Just make sure I'm dead before they light the kindling.
OK.
In fact, double check. You're really going to make us walk every last mile?
You bet.
Let's just jump on a bus. It could be at London Bridge in half an hour.
I've not spent the last 3 days walking 50-odd miles to jump on a bus for the last half a dozen.
Who would know? We didn't tell anyone.
We would, you idiot.
Why'd you get so het up? It's only a walk.
You know, Vince, your whole life is one great bloody catalogue of unfinished walks. I mean, how many books or films can one man be working on without there being the slightest danger of him completing a single one of them?
You have no idea how hard I work at them. I work my knackers off.
Yeah. Heard it. You know, Vincent, you have a gift for something that you really care about. Have you any idea how rare that is? You know that whole gang we used to hang around with? You had twice the wit and 10 times more talent than the rest of us put together. You knew it, and we knew it, but it was 15 years ago. 15 years! Sooner or later, you're going to have to finish something just to see if it'll stand on its own 2 feet. Believe it or not, some of what I just said there was actually meant to be positive.
Well, I'd hate to hear you be negative. You're not going to get a bus then, no?
That's what I'm saying, yes. I think this is about it.
This is where the old Roman bridge would have been.
Yeah, more or less.
Do you mind if we stay here for a while?
No, of course not.
Feels like we should mark the occasion.
Sure about this? You know, once it's done, it's done.
do it.
Can't let the old bugger go.
Hi, Maddie. Come on up.
Hiya.
Hey.
Oh, what happened?
Oh, it's nothing. I just caught it on something.
Really?
Maddie.
What?
No, it's nothing. It's just I'm really pleased to see you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Hey.
Come on.
Wow. Oh my God, the ghost of Noel Coward.
Hello, Madeleine.
Hiya.
Where's the nipper?
Mum's got her.
Yeah, we're going to have a big day out in the smoke today.
It's nice. I should be as right as rain when I've got about a pint of Earl Grey inside me.
Matt told me about your dad. I'm sorry.
Thanks. Do you want to see him?
Sorry?
Go on, get your fingers in. Have a dip.
I'm all right, thanks.
Oh, shit.
You. Move away from there. What? Some people just don't bloody learn, do they?
This is not what you think.
Tie it up.
Maddie, you're hurting him. Oh, Maddie, calm down.
Who do you work for?
Paul!
Paul?
Well, his brother.
Has Paul who sent you round here before? Bugger me.
He wanted to scare you out of dealing drugs.
You were dealing drugs?
He was a gentleman drug dealer.
So you're not really a drug dealer?
Me and Paul are in the same amateur dramatics society.
Amateur dramatics?
He wanted to keep it a secret. Where'd you learn how to do that?
Evening classes.
Really?
Yeah?
Amateur dramatics?
Honestly, he'd kill me if he knew I told you.
So hang on, if Paul sent you round here the first time to scare the shit out of me, why has he sent you round here now?
Try and get his dad's ashes back.
Actually, you know what? You can have them.
Really?
Sure, let him keep them for a while.
Well, I'm sure he'll appreciate it.
I tell you what, I won't tell him that I blew your cover if you don't tell him that I know about his hand trap.
It's a deal. It was nice to meet you.
Right. Well, I'm going to powder my nose. You can get the Earl Grey brewing, and you can put the toast on. Come and see us, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't leave it till things go arse upwards again before you appear in the doorstep.
No, I won't.
And finish that novel.
Yeah, I'll do it this afternoon. So, manly hug. I wouldn't have missed it.
Nah. Me neither, pal.
All right, break it up, you two.
Matt, your boots and your jacket, I'll just go and get...
No, Vincent! Hang on to them. Just in case.
Next week, multi-award-winning actor John Hurt stars as one of Britain's most colourful politicians during the Thatcher years in the Alan Clark Diaries, 8:30 next Sunday night.
Hi, this is Andrew Denton. Monday, in the 100th episode of Enough Rope, Oscar-nominated actress and charmer Brenda Blethyn, plus Australian of the Year, the remarkable Scotsman Professor Ian Fraser. That's the 100th episode of Enough Rope, Monday night, 9:35. See you then.